Hey guys, it's Sally. Nice to see ya. Let's get this game going. Little suit sprites. They got their little sprinkles.
Yeah, no voice.
To me. Why did it switch?
Also, we need Craig.
Good shout there. Woohoo! Sorry about that, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. I don't know why OBS decided to change what my microphone was. So
now recording.
Sorry about that.
Nice.
Let me get this fixed really quick, and let me repeat what I said. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Chapter 19 of the City of the Crimson Tower. I am joined by 4 of our regular players, as Anna Margaret is off for the evening. It is celebrating her birthday and all of that. So, like I said, I am joined by 4, though. The first one here is Sally, playing Hawthorne.
It's me again.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Next, we have Matty, playing Karina.
Hello there. This should be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Let's not die.
Hey, now that we have audio, things are going great. We have Mav playing Nyne.
What I do?
And last but certainly not least, we have Lauren playing Brawk.
Welcome, welcome, everybody, to Brock's Nightmare. We're back. Again.
I am Ethan. I'm going to be your GM for the evening, and before we jump into the story, just a few super quick announcements. This is an 18-plus stream and campaign writ large because of horror themes. So if at any point you need to take a break because it's uncomfortable, that's totally fine. It'll be here when you're ready to come back. And speaking of, if you want to listen to past episodes, go check out our podcast, Go Buff Yourself, where you can listen to up to episode 17 of the City of the Crimson Tower, right now all cleaned up and transformed from actual play to narrative play. We also just dropped on there a one-shot of Our Brilliant Ruin with 2 of the team members responsible for the creation of that game. So go check that out if you want some Victorian/Edwardian high society mixed with ghost stories. So, with all of that said, I think those are our general announcements, so let's go ahead and run that intro so we can get into tonight's episode. And we're back with sound. When we were last in Bridgewater, our 6, that was a long one, 6, including Ira, had departed from Sears Billiards and Bar, where they had stayed with the Vista, gotten their futures read by Miss Ava, and have now left the safety of that bar to head to a train to take them to Vallaki Hills, a nearby town where Mark Indirovich had requested that if you were going, you take Ira, his sibling, along with you, so that they would be out from underneath the gaze of the tower, the Crimson Tower. And in the process of departing from the bar, you all also left Lancelot, the dog, behind to stay warm and safe, and headed to find this train station, which was more a process of just walking and trusting your feet than actually looking for it. And eventually you found this train station, you found this train, and you climbed on board. But this train very quickly revealed itself to be something less than a simple train. The first car that you entered into was a luggage car. Seemed like there was a kitchen car that was off towards the back, towards the caboose, but you all headed through the luggage car to the right, moving forward. You passed by a ticket checker who initially seemed to be requiring a ticket of you and then almost glitched and allowed you all passage. And so you entered into the second car here, a dining car. There were several shadowy figures who were seated at the leather booths that make up the dining tables here. The leather on the inside, moldering and worn away. The carpet on the floor faded. The curtains on the windows tattered. The brass light fixtures tarnished. And it was also in here that the one other individual that you entered the train along with, who was waiting at the train station when you got there, it was here that she was seated as well. When a few of you went to sit down at one of these dining tables, the plate in front of you filled with disgusting morsels. Maggots, worms, intestines. Awful, in both senses of the word. And the last thing that happened before we left last time, the last thing that happened was the door that you came through that led to the luggage car. Even though when the door opens again and you look as it's open, you don't see the luggage car through the door, but that is the way you came. But a man pushes his way in to the dining car. Hold on one second. There we go. The man who enters is pushing a cart. On the side of the cart, there is a donut that has been hand-painted on here, very simply. And the smell of fresh, warm, sugary pastries emanates from the cart as he begins to push it down the aisle here.
Oh, is that real food? Is it not?
It could be.
The old man pushing the cart, who, slight hunch, little bit of like not quite a beer belly, but a paunch, that he has a apron over it that kind of covers it, but it's big enough that you can see it even as he's pushing it. Sees you lift your nose and sniff a little bit, and he stops the cart, kicks on like the rear brake, and leans down, opens a door. You can hear as he gets like tissue paper and gets some metal tongs, ting ting, and grabs two of them, 2 donuts that he puts into tissue paper, a little tissue paper bag, and begins to hand it to Brawk and Nyne, the two who were sniffing.
First one's on the house. It's good for bringing back customers. It's better than whatever they serve here by default.
This isn't going to
Is
turn.
anyone else? Oh, go ahead,
No,
Nyne.
is this going to turn into like some weird, like intestine, body part or something? That, like bite into it?
No. None of that. Just good, simple donuts.
Is
Any
anyone
of the
else
rest
in the
of you
cart
be interested?
looking-
Oh, what were you asking?
Like, has anyone else in this cart noticed his arrival?
So, a lot of the figures in here were those spirit-like shapes, these black, humanoid, almost smoky figures that occasionally, like, have these spasmodic shifts to their outline, their silhouette, that almost looks like glitching. But none of those have taken notice. The old woman that or the older woman that you all got on the train with, hold on one second. If anyone can remember her name before me.
Georgina.
There we go. Let me make note of that.
You should get a Benny.
Take a Benny. And I know why
It's
you
my
remember
sister's
it.
name,
Yep.
so it's easy.
So Georgina, absolutely. Smelling this and seeing as the two are handed over.
Oh, that smells divine. One.
And he gives a smile, reaches in, grabs another donut, and passes it over.
My pleasure. Any of the rest of you something tastier to eat? First one's on the house.
I'm good, thanks.
Huh?
Where were these made? Were they not made in the kitchen?
He thumbs back over his shoulder.
Yeah, that's where I work.
I'm questioning why the food coming out the top is looking different than the food coming out in your cart.
He raises his hand with a shrug.
Love. Makes all the difference when it comes to baking.
I mean, they taste pretty good.
They absolutely
good
do,
point.
for what it's worth. They are delicious. Sweet.
Hawthorne will say, "Oh no,
No, go ahead.
you describe. I want to. No, I want to know. I want to know before I
They're
agree."
sweet, flaky. The outside is crisped. The inside is still soft, and there's like a little, like honey, some sticky sauce that's on the top of it, just to give a little extra punch.
I thought Hawthorne's gonna go. Okay, I'll have one too, I guess.
Slides one over.
First one's on the house because they're so good, I guarantee you'll come back.
Hawthorne will not eat it. He will slide it into his pocket, but kind of like turn around so the guy doesn't see it.
Brawk seeing that there are crumbs all over Nyne, and that originally there was a little suspicion in his mind as well, like free. No one gives anything away for free. And then seeing that it's good, he's gonna. Okay, may I have one?
Reaches down, grabs, and passes one to you.
You all are going to run me dry. Good thing I've got another batch going now.
It does smell good.
And you take a bite. It's crispy, delicious, soft, in the right spots. Better than whatever that was that popped up on the plates in front of you when you took your seat. And if none of the rest of you would like any, Ira, upon seeing it, raises their hand and gets one as well. And then afterwards, the after serving any of you who wish it, he unlocks the brake and continues to waddle down the length of the hall, and once he reaches the end, begins to walk backwards with the cart. So just about 2 minutes after he leaves you all, he passes back again and just gives you all like a little point, asking silently, anyone want some more?
No, but thank you.
Just begins to walk back. Eventually the door that should lead to the luggage cart opens. He's gone. Door closes. Brawk.
Karina, you could have.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say Brawk, Nyne, and Ira. But Brawk and Nyne. You feel a little bit more relaxed after eating. I mean, that's what good food does. It's supposed to comfort. And so you just feel yourself able to take a breath, sit for a second, and just relax.
Are they really that good?
I mean, yeah. I feel great.
It's like it's a salve for the soul. You know, when you eat something that is familiar to you, but you haven't had that thing in a long time. It's like that. Wow, love indeed.
It's like a warm hug.
Hawthorne?
Hawthorne's gonna look over at the woman, Regina, I believe her name was? Georgina, thank you. Georgina, and try and see how the donut affected her.
She is eating it with, like, a genuine small smile on her face, which is something you've seen so rarely here outside of the vista. But that contented smile, got a couple crumbs on her bottom lip that she happily, like, her tongue darts out to make sure that she gets. Do they have more of that?
Karina is going to lean into Hawthorne. I really don't think that's a normal donut. Can I see the one you put in your pocket?
And as Hawthorne grabs out the donut, he will look over to how the donut is affecting Ira as he gives it over to Karina to see what's happening to her.
A very similar thing where she has taken a bite, or they've taken a bite, and they're just,
That is good. Oh, what is that on top of that? That's so sweet. Oh, delicious. No, that's a good question she asked, though. Do they have more of those?
Can Karina study this donut?
sure.
Like, try to break it down into components, possibly, like see what the honey glaze is, if it's just honey or if it's something else. She's familiar with things making people too happy.
Sure. Let's go with a notice check.
Alrighty. A 5.
5, so that is a success. It's a donut. The sauce on top is, you can place some of the components. There's definitely honey in there, but there's something else, like slightly savory as well. It's hard to... I don't care how good a chef you are. Once certain components have been mixed up, it can be tough to just, like, look at them and see them. Flour, sugar, type of fat, presumably here for the baking process, oil that it was presumably fried in.
I mean, it looks like it's just a donut. She's gonna pass it back to Hawthorne.
Hawthorne's gonna smell it. I'm sorry, Brawk. Why don't you?
No. It was okay. Do your thing. I was just like, should I be suspicious of the donut as well? It was just really good.
It's just a
Hawthorne's
donut.
gonna put. Was that Ira who
Yeah.
said that? Yeah. Okay. I was just.
Yeah. It's just a
Why
donut.
did you say? I'm sorry.
Do you want some? If you don't want your own, I mean, I probably can't finish a full one. If you want to split it with me. Good. Nope. All right. Yep. Nyne, you can. Yep. Oh, we'll get more when he comes back. It's not a big deal. Not a big problem.
Hawthorne, you just keep doing your thing. No pressure from anyone else. You feel about how you want to feel about the donut.
Well, Hawthorne honestly doesn't know much about investigations, and he's not that smart. So he was literally just going to sniff it if he could figure out anything out of it. But that was it, because that's all.
If you also want to make me a notice check, feel free.
Okay.
Just to see if there's anything that your sniffer can pick up that Karina wasn't able to.
I got a 4, but
4?
I mean, Karina got a 6.
Pretty similar to, I mean, you also pick up the slight savoriness that's in there, but you can't. There's nothing that jumps out to you that you wouldn't expect in a fried pastry, you know.
Hawthorne's just going to put it back into his pocket.
Okay.
Before Nyne tries to freaking eat it.
Speaking of, Nyne.
Look, you would think the second one would be tasting even better. The second one tastes even better. The fuck, dude, like these. Look, out of all the things that we've had so far, this has probably been the nicest thing that we've had. Like,
That is true.
of course, don't get it wrong. I love the stew and potato broth, whatever the fuck we had earlier. But this right here, this is amazing. And I feel great. Like, body doesn't hurt. Like, it's just warm all over.
What if
Warm
they
up.
what if they fatten you up like a pig, man?
I ain't just.
What if it makes
like,
you sleepy?
I'm pretty big enough, like think I get any more fat here, but I fucking love food. What puts me to sleep?
Yeah.
I'll probably get a good night's sleep. It'll be the first time in a while.
The one
Good
warning
cat
we
nap.
had about this train is to not sleep on this train.
So don't overfill your bellies. Don't get too accustomed to that comfort, because then you're out like a light.
Even though it's been like a few minutes since we've been on this train and we were told that, completely forgot it. It feels like time is weird here. It feels like it's maybe a month's time here, and I gotta forget things. My brain don't work so well sometimes. It's okay.
I feel you. Thank God we got Brawk and Karina and Gloria here, people with brains. It's okay. They got her back. So no sleeping. I'm remembering this too. Yes.
Thanks, Slayer.
Do we want to stay in this car or move on?
The train is just gently rocking back and forth. Like I said, there are those spirits in here. Some of them only like 4 feet in height. Others loom tall, 8 feet, just kind of hunched over the table that they're seated at. These train cars are unusually sized. The previous one, like I said, looked like it was bigger on the inside than what you saw on the outside. This one looks wider on the inside than what you would expect. Like, easily 30 feet from wall to wall. And there are probably about 60 different tables and booths in here. Only about 7 of them are occupied, so I don't want to give you the impression that there are spirits everywhere in here. But there's one over there, and one there, one down past you. The car just rocks gently side to side as it continues to steam forward.
Hey, I'm all here for discovering more about this train, and maybe there's something else nice in here. Who knows? Maybe there's actual real good food, something else besides the dining car. Drinks or something like that. I'm here for this.
Let's not lower our guard too quickly. And Hawthorne's pretty much going to look back and forth from where we've been to where we're about to go. Just more kind of at the ready, since he hasn't eaten a donut and he's not all happy and relaxed. He's getting a little bit more worried because, Karina's the last one of us here who's got her head on straight, it seems. And that's terrifying.
Is it possible in this moment the cynic starts to kind of barely come to the surface enough to be like and he is going to quickly survey the room using his little sleuthy thing.
Okay.
Is that possible? Is that a thing?
Yeah, 100%. So, go ahead and spend a penny to use...
Done it.
What is it called? Sleuth?
Yeah.
Is that the name of your edge? So,
Let me see,
Sleuth, which spend a penny to find everything relevant in a room or location. Such a good edge.
It's just so good. Like, why
Hey,
would you
DM,
not?
tell me what's in this room. So, in here, there's not a ton outside of what I described that catches your immediate attention. You are able to see the quality of the furnishings of this car at some point, but that point has long since passed. There are 2 other things in this room outside of the tarnished light fixtures, the faded carpet, the spirits that linger here, or seem to be spirits. That's the best word that you have for them at this point. But there are 2 other things that catch your notice. One is the opposite door from the one you came in, the one that leads farther towards the front of the train. And you have to walk a couple minutes to get to it. But when you do, you see a sign on it that reads, "Shh, ... with little hand-painted Z's on there. Sleeping car." You also get one more thing. Oh, actually, no, you don't. Sorry,
Wait, so the
it's
first
not.
thing-
That is
what
not
was the-
around.
What was the first thing?
Well,
I
just
got the sleeping car.
sleeping car. Other than that, it was just noticing, again, the high quality of what this interior furnishing once was. But there
Okay,
isn't a ton to your interest in here. I will say that you, just because you spent your sleuth, you go back to the door that you came through that led to the luggage car, because a part of your brain is curious now why you didn't see the luggage car through the door. And you slide the door open, and there is fog in front of you. But when you just peek your head through, you can see the luggage car. But it's just, there's like a barrier that, not one you can't cross, but it's just weird. But you find out that you are able to return to the luggage car.
I can't go in there?
You can.
I thought you said it was foggy.
It is foggy. And as you just, peek into it a little bit, you can see the luggage car through the fog.
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Okay, so no. So he's gonna come back and Brawk's got his hands on his hips, and odd, I would say, and he's gonna look at everyone. The luggage car. There seems to be fog, blocking it. Though I know it's there. And the other side. Shh. This is a sleeping car.
It's the fog. On the train. Why would they have a sleeping car?
Yeah, if you're not supposed to sleep on the train, why is there a sleeping car?
While Nyne is playing with this random magical cat that he found on this train here. So maybe it's for the workers that work on the train or something, you know, maybe they can sleep and I have to get kitty. Have to like not worry about anything then, you know?
I don't know if I like Happy Nyne. This is quite concerning. The fog. Is it like the fog that was corralling us into the house before?
The fog, do you go to investigate?
I will go and investigate it.
Then it's a little bit thinner than the fog that, you could not see through. The fog that you walked into. But it is still fog. And it is still slightly obscuring your vision. But it doesn't seem to have the will behind it like the other fog did.
I want to step in it. She's gonna cross the threshold of just take a single step past the doorway into the luggage car.
You step into the luggage car.
She'll step right back.
That same figure that was there, that held out its hand expectantly for tickets, is still there, though it does not move or seem to pay you any interest when you appear next to it. But when you start to head back into the car once again, it starts to extend its hand expectantly once more towards you, and then again glitches a little bit and retracts its hand.
She's just gonna eye it. Try to read the shadow, knowing full well it's probably nearly impossible. And then she will cross back into the eating car.
Okay.
Alright, so the fog isn't dangerous. It's just fog.
At least there's that.
Do we want to just stay here for the duration?
I know it's gonna sound kind of cliche, but to be honest, I'm really kind of fucking curious about what's in the rest of this train. Okay, like I kind of really want to know what else is there. All right, like.
Are you telling me that you want to go behind that door?
Into the sleeping car?
Can't hear you.
At the expense of your laugh?
Of course I do. And look, I got plenty of Nyne. I got plenty of love. It's fine. Be all right.
I mean, we can't let him go.
I'm worried about those that ate the donuts.
What do you mean? And Brawk kind of leans forward and his eyes bug out. What do you mean?
I mean, they've relaxed you. What if you step into the sleeping car and it just goes further and then you can't even control it? Sorry, I live by an airport. That's.
I hadn't thought that it hadn't occurred to me until. And you can see he's starting to sweat, and he starts like messing with the collar on his jacket and wringing his hands. I hadn't thought about that, and looks over at his friends who have eaten the donuts.
Far as I know, it's only Nyne, Ira, and Brawk who have eaten, so it's only the three of you.
Yeah.
Nyne has had 1.5. Oh,
that's right. Hawthorne pocketed it. I'm sorry, you had what? How many?
Oh, I've had 1.5 donuts so far, Brawk. Remember that? I ate one old one and then I took the rest of Ira's.
Hawthorne, were you going to be eating yours, or were you just saving it?
It's my donut. What I do with it is what I do with it. Why are you questioning it? Hmm?
Shit. All right. I was just curious if you were going to eat it or not. Sorry. Apologies.
Hawthorne just pats his side where his donut is. My donut.
Yes, your donut. Apologies. Oh. People around here are protective of their pastries.
So we're gonna go to the next car?
Not alone.
Are you going there no matter what? Like, are we just following you in there because we're worried about you? Is this how this is gonna go?
Don't you touch that? No, don't you don't.
Oh God.
No, don't you.
Hands all the way in.
Hey! Hold on. Hey. We have to make a quick adjustment here because we have a surprise appearance. Hold on. We have you appearing twice right now, so let me fix some cameras here. I have everything. Lauren is in the right place. Perfect. Sally needs moving. And Matty needs moving. There we go. All right. Hold on. Let me get this fixed. We're doing it live. Doing it live. There we go.
I told you I was coming.
There we go. Yay! If I may not have, I was distracted. One more. Let's get Mav back on his screen, and then we got everybody. Yay! We are so happy you can join us.
Thank you for wishing me happy birthday.
Yeah, first of all, happy birthday. Thank you for being here for a birthday sesh.
Birthday. We're on a train right now, and it is a suspicious train, sort of.
So what you missed is, as I'm still resizing here, would someone like to fill in what has happened so far?
Well, clearly
Sure.
Gloria was taking a nap.
No, Gloria was not on the train. Gloria, sleeping on this train.
I'm not sleeping on the train. You're totally right. We were told specifically not to
Yep,
sleep
that
on
was
the
just
train.
remembered and covered, so no, Gloria may have been taking
I was not asleep.
just a little distracted. But,
A donut
I was fixing my makeup.
Down.
That works.
Yeah, a donut vendor came by and offered free donuts. Brawk and Nyne and Ira ate them. Hawthorne took one and pocketed it. Would Gloria have gone for a donut? They look really delicious and smell absolutely delicious.
So let's
But
actually
you also
let's just do
saw
it.
a plate of nasty food being served
Hold on.
right beforehand, full of intestines.
Let's do this in game. So, as Gloria, as you had pulled out your compact that you received back from Nyne after the game of stories, after he won the pot, and you had been repowdering, adjusting yourself. It was raining outside, things got a little screwed up. You fixed your hair. And so about this time, actually, the man who was pushing the cart re-enters the room and begins to push back down the hall. And what you see is a cart with a hand-painted donut on the outside. And as the plates that had appeared in front of you when you sat at this table with Georgina was horrifying. It was, like Hawthorne was saying, intestines and maggots and blood and awful and repulsive. So when this man begins to push the cart down the hall, you are immediately hit with the wave of the smell of warm pastries. And the ones that you, even just out of the corner of your eyes, saw Nyne and Brawk and Ira eat, looked crispy but fluffy on the inside, had like this sticky sweet sauce on the top of it, and all three of them, in one capacity or another, have been saying it was delicious. So, as he walks by, any of you need another donut? Fresh out of the oven. Those of you who've already had one, you will have to pay for the second one. But if you haven't had your first, as I said, first is on the house.
Oh, thank you.
Wonderful. Reaches down, puts one in some tissue paper, hands it over to you. Please do, if you have any recipe critiques, constructive criticism, let me know. It's a family recipe, I'm very proud of it, so if there's anything we can do to improve, simply let me know.
Can I see the recipe?
Absolutely not.
Ah.
Family
Unfortunate.
recipe.
I absolutely love baking, and they look phenomenal.
Well, let's play a game then instead. You are a baking fan. What do you think the secret ingredient is? Every baker has one. A little bit of extra salt here, a little bit of brown sugar there. What do you think the trick for this one is? Oh, but you didn't try one. And he goes down, grabs one for you, and sets it in front of you. Can't ask you to try to guess what's in it if you haven't tried one.
Can I make can I look at this donut? And I'm a scientist. I feel like, while not food specific, baking is a form of science. Would you allow me to look it over before I take a bite?
Absolutely. Other people have as well, so go ahead and make me a notice check. Nyne out here just eat food.
Oh, am I still fatigued?
No. You've had sleep.
Not if you eat the donut. Eat the donut. No, I'm just kidding.
13.
Holy hell!
I rolled a 10.
She knows the secret
and
ingredients.
It exploded.
I need everyone who is not Gloria to remove your headphones. I'm going to give you I will give you a hand gesture when you are good to put them back on. But that's the easiest way of whispering that still allows our audience to participate.
I'm also just going to mute you on stream.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I can also just go through and if I wanted to, I could just make it so none of you could hear us for a little bit. But that's more convoluted. Gloria. The sweet sauce has a bit of a savory element to it. And you sniff it, and that is unequivocally blood. Now, from where? It's one element of the sauce. It's not the whole thing. There's honey in there as well. But that's definitely blood. All right, y'all. You can come back.
So as Gloria was doing that, Karina will grab the donut. But she's not going to eat it yet. She's going to look towards Gloria. Donut.
Karina. Are we sitting next to each other on the train? I really spaced out while doing my hair. My pin curls were just a disaster. Ah! Are we next to each other?
I would assume
on
we're
the train right
close
now.
together, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna whisper in your ear, sweetheart. There's I've worked with a lot of blood. I don't have memories of it, but I just feel it. There's blood in the frosting of the donut. I don't know if you're just trying to get bragging rights for guessing the secret recipe, but
I
think there's blood. like 99.9% sure. I'd have to like maybe run a test to be 100% sure, but I think, yeah.
She's gonna nod to Gloria. Thank you. And then she will take the take the donut, take a single finger, run it along the frosting, and then lick her finger.
I'm gonna slide my donut towards Nyne. You liked this? Did you like your donut?
Yeah, it was actually pretty delicious.
Your secret recipe is blood, isn't it? Your secret ingredient?
What?
I'm gonna try to look everywhere but Karina. Like I didn't just whisper to her frantically, like, oh, who, me? Like.
So, you say this, and this man standing in.
What?
Jesus. Scared me in reality. So as you say this,
I can hear you. Oh shit, you're still muted for me.
how
Yeah,
long
that
have
was
I
why.
been
Sorry about
muted
that.
for you?
Sorry about that.
Hold on. Time out. Quick pause. I'm muted for you?
for the moment. Yeah,
I
she
muted
muted you
you.
for that moment. You didn't want
Oh.
Moment.
I was sitting there, I was
Yeah.
like, have you had me muted
an
this
accident.
whole
No.
session? How have you been
I have to
playing?
cover my ears. I can hear
How have
through
you
the
been
walls.
playing?
I'm
Okay,
not-
that makes more sense.
Yeah.
All right. So, you say this, Karina, and the man standing in front of you, who, like I said, you know, a slightly stained white shirt, slacks, apron, paunch, balding, sweet face. But you guess this, and he smiles. And his smile is enormous. It splits his face in half, and the teeth that he reveals are almost more akin to the long, sharp, translucent teeth of, like, anglerfish than the regular human teeth that you saw while he was speaking. And this smile splits his face. Got it in one. Did you want any more?
I think we're good. And she's going to... Nyne, have you finished eating Gloria's donut yet? Because she's going to try to snatch it away from you. Would he have eaten it knowing that there was blood in the frosting?
It's midway in his mouth. So if
She's
you
gonna
wanna
slap
reach
it.
for it.
Out of his hand and then place her...
So Karina, I don't actually think there's like major adverse effects to consuming
don't
blood in
think-
trace amounts. Like, I don't think you need to panic too much.
So was that a no
Why?
on more for you all?
Yes, that's a no.
Well, when you
and she's going
change
to
your
just
mind...
take the donut that she licked and just slam it onto the table of his cart.
There are some pretty major health risks and illnesses that can arise from eating blood.
When
Like,
you
trace them out.
change your mind, let me know. Unlocks the brakes of the cart and just begins to contentedly push on down the hall again in like 2 minutes, reversing back down the hallway, giving you all a little wave, and just back down the way that he went.
Nyne, you are not eating that donut.
Karina, I bite people. The fuck? What do you? I don't give a fuck about any blood.
I don't.
There's risks for foodborne illness, but in trace amounts, you're probably fine.
Dealing with vampires, Gloria.
I
Any
just think
blood
staying
is
away
not
from blood.
fine.
Yeah. What Karina said, I'm backing that. Brawk, and Hawthorne's gonna be in front of Brawk, have both of his hands on his shoulders. Breathe. Just breathe.
I need
Brawk.
Brawk, I need you to make me a fear save. So this is going to be a spirit roll, please.
Sick. Okay.
Is it possible that since I discovered that it was blood a fair bit ago and knew that they ate donuts, would you allow me to have used one of my powers, I could like boost and lower traits.
Sure. What would you be wanting to boost or lower?
Well, I know that Brawk is like very sick to his stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Could I have maybe helped
I think that
with the spirit?
I think that you might be able to help mitigate any potential
Right.
result, but it's so in the moment of like finding out that this is blood as Brawk is there like immediately vomiting that this is happening. And so I love that. Keep your eye open for the opportunity to help afterwards though. Brawk, what did you roll on that spirit save?
Critical failure.
Do you want to keep that or do you want to spend a penny?
I would really do. It's been really.
Okay. I'll take it.
Fuck me, man.
Wait, did you say Brawk threw up?
Oh, that's happening one
100%.
way or the other.
Okay, cool. Just need to know.
Well, I mean, yay, 9.
9?
Exploded.
That
Yeah,
is
he exploded.
much better. Okay. So in that case, no effects from the fear table. And so instead
Okay, I'll
of
just breathe.
Gloria, instead of you using a power then to boost that, I would love to know, what do you do, Gloria, to help Brawk just in that moment where had he not stabilized, he would be even more violently nauseous than his usual.
There's only trace amounts of blood, and you have to remember that as long as there's safe food handling, there's very little risk for adverse effects of consuming trace amounts of blood. Where you're going to be totally fine, just don't have any more. We're going to make sure that we're cautious. You've had steak before. Steak has trace amounts of blood. As long as you're careful, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
Okay. I hate this place. I hate this place.
See? You're fine. I'll keep an eye on you. Plus, that's not, there's, oh, actually, I'm just going to let that thought marinate before I
Well, what is? Wait, and he.
No, everything's fine.
What does that mean?
Everything's fine.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
Hawthorne's
fine.
gonna look over at
You're
Gloria.
fine.
Gloria, that doesn't help.
I'm trying my best. I also
What, Angel?
there's very little risk for any health effects from trace amounts of blood. Plus, there's very minimal long-term effects that could happen from this as well. And I'll keep an eye on you.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know what I'm really, really worried about?
Yeah, so that I can debunk it.
It's yeah. This whole their fog that means nothing goes, and then the smiling face guy and blood. There's some of joy and companionship and blood. And you don't sleep on the train. This isn't a normal train. This is, and Brawk kind of leans over and starts shaking a bit as he slumps down to the ground and brings his knees to his chest. This place. You can't trust anything about it.
Yeah, that may be true, but Brawk,
What
this
is it going to do to me?
the blood, likely nothing. Likely nothing. The major health risks for blood is only foodborne illness, and the cart looked like super clean. I think you're going to be great there. I think that the biggest risks are pretty mitigated. I think that you're at a greater risk of dehydration by throwing up the donut. So let's just take some deep breaths. Also, we shouldn't sleep on the train. If you think about it, trains are often metaphors or allegories for freedom and personal journeys that we're taking. And so we're just not going to sleep. It's going to be fine. Hawthorne, yeah, don't you think?
Did someone say this
Hawthorne's
had
just
blood
gonna
in
be.
it?
Yes.
Yes, but it's totally fine.
Well, I mean,
No, I mean, there are plenty of things that are made with blood in it. Like, that's
Exactly. As long as there's safe food handling.
unusual dessert item, but you know, I've had stranger things. Still tastes good.
Wasn't a cold item.
A what? Are you alright, Brawk?
No.
Look,
It's fine.
We're
Not,
here.
don't let my anxieties get to you. Just
Brawk, we're here.
it's fine.
We made it to the train. There's nothing for us to do now until it arrives. Just breathe.
Nyne's at the door.
Who's at the door?
Nyne.
Oh yeah, Nyne was at the sleepy cart door.
Speaking of Nyne having eaten a donut, can I just Nyne, how are you feeling?
I ate 2.5 donuts. Even off the ground, it tastes still good. I just took knocking stuff off of it.
See, the donut cart looked really sanitary.
Hawthorne. And Brawk looks at you. What do we do?
What?
You didn't.
I didn't eat a donut. Why?
What do we do?
Oh, well,
I don't trust anything else.
I think right now you take a deep breath. That's first. Okay, that was really fast. I think
I got
the
it.
point is to control the breathing. Yeah, you focus on that. Yeah, right there.
Control the
Nyne, get away
situation.
from the door. We'll figure this out. We'll figure this out together. I mean, Nyne seems okay, but at least he's our variable that's eaten the most, I guess. So if
Nyne-
anything happens to him, it'll happen to him.
Nyne, could you make me a spirit roll, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
That's no big deal. It's all of them.
Boop. Oh. Okay, there you go. Fill in. There we go. 9 with a raise.
Hey, how fitting.
9 for 9. Sorry.
Fix your screen here. Okay. In that case, you're fine. Nothing happens.
9 taps his stomach. See? I'm good. I don't know what you're worried about. At all. Honestly. Your makeup looks good, by the way, Gloria. And look. The weird fucking dagger teeth face thing. At this point in time, would that scare me? And fuck it, whatever. We're literally dealing with some 7-foot tall broad who can control dogs and has like eyes everywhere. Like, even though, you know, like the weird spirit thing that was at the door that was asking for a ticket, it just stopped. I know for a fact I ain't got no damn ticket. I know we didn't buy no ticket. So, you know what? Once again, it's probably one of her pieces of her little fucking game that she got going on with us. And honestly, I'm here for it at this point.
I want to put this in perspective for y'all, okay? Brawk, breathe, okay? Just breathe over there. This creature, this woman, made this baby that was this disgusting creature with a baby inside of it. That's what she made with her blood.
Oh. Let me... I'm just fucking with you. I'm good. I'm just good. I'm cool. It's okay.
Damn it, Nyne. That is not. God damn it.
I think Karina's just gonna slap Nyne across the face and then
what do you-
squat next to Brawk and put a hand on his shoulder.
It's fine.
Sexy. I
Tickle.
So,
Oh, yeah.
oh. Do we stay here, wait for Mr. Donut to come back? Because I swear to God, I might actually hit him when he comes back through that door. Or do we leave?
What do you mean leave?
Go forward. Go back. Just not stay in this cart.
The next cart is the sleeping cart. And who knows what's in there? I mean, we cannot fall asleep, and I don't know what those donuts do, but I'm just not trusting anything.
I mean,
Nobody even look at me right now.
this might sound insane, but Hawthorne, what did you see when you looked in the luggage? Because I saw what I can only assume is someone else's perception of Stradia. Someone else's final memories.
What?
I saw the same.
What?
This... We wanted to feed her, right?
Yeah.
Maybe there's answers in the luggage. Maybe there's...
You know, it seems like both of you had a bit of a negative reaction to looking inside the luggage. Now, we do only have 2 data points, and you can't draw a trend line through just 2 points, but I think that it's enough to maybe suggest that we should look somewhere else.
What about the kitchen?
We haven't checked the kitchen.
We haven't checked there, it's true.
would also like-
I don't like our GMs.
We're notoriously kitchens are totally fine places to be. Usually the most innocuous, right?
Maybe we'll find out what type of blood is in the cupcake or in the donuts.
I don't want to know that I don't. Fuck.
Yo, do you think they got cupcakes too?
Dude, no. You're not. Just say no.
They're really fucking good though. They're really good.
They were really good.
Just breathe,
I'm a
bro.
monster.
All right. Really quick, as you all are making this decision, still in this space, let's go ahead and take a quick break so people can go to the bathroom, get their drinks, get settled in, all that. We'll pick up here just about 5 to 7 minutes to see what y'all are going to do next and how this train ride continues. Don't go anywhere, friends. And we are back. So, what are we doing now?
I want to try to keep a very close eye on Brawk, Hawthorne, and Nyne, and Karina. I'm just like watching everybody if I can. I'm like, don't want people opening suitcases, or I turn on my back for a second and they're all eating blood donuts. I'm just gonna try to like keep people in eyesight.
Nyne just winks at Gloria. What are we doing? I kind of want to go to the next car.
I'll go with you to the next car, but I don't think we should split up. Why do you all want to go?
Definitely don't split up.
Well, thinking about if we go to the kitchen, we might get kicked off the train because we're not supposed to be there, so... I'm just thinking about that right now, like, they're gonna let us on, we don't even have tickets.
What, are we specifically not supposed to go to the kitchen?
It said staff only on the door whenever we walked by it.
That makes sense.
Well, what happens if we go to the sleeping car?
Wait,
I'm asking about it.
I have a thought. Do you think there's people sleeping in the sleeping car?
I mean, I would assume so.
We were told not to sleep on the train. Do you think that by, like, looking if people are sleeping, we'd learn something? But as long as we, like, don't sleep.
So you wanted to sleep stalk people?
Never mind, you're right. Talking about it that way, that sounds really creepy. I've changed my mind. No, never mind. Brock's right.
No,
Never
Gloria,
mind. I take it back. Let's stay right here.
It stinks, okay? I'm sorry,
Brawk
but Brawk
looks at
is
Nyne.
sick. Brock's sick is all over the floor. It smells like rotten, awful. The donut man is gonna come back and his teeth freak me the fuck out. We either go back or we go forward. Because I don't want to stay here anymore.
Hawthorne's impulsive, he'll start to walk to the door and grab the door handle and start to open it and say, "Are we going?"
I
Which
think
door?
we should all stay really close to each other.
The sleep cart. The sleep cart.
Got it.
Stay as close to each other as possible.
Yeah. No, nobody's going anywhere by themselves.
Okay. I will follow Hawthorne through the door.
No one's gonna stop the side of beat. No, but Nyne can't touch the door, but the side of beat can. Okay, that's
Nah,
cool.
just
Whatever.
get in line.
No,
Let's fucking go.
I'll take
man.
Nyne.
We can't
I'm
do
gonna
this
take-
without you. We can't do
I'm gonna
this
take
without
Nyne's
you.
arm.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Hi. Will you get the door for me?
Of course, anytime. Yeah, move, bastard. Move. Opens the door.
Shunk. Fog.
Let's not
But-
go through the door.
But you
Let's
can
not go
tell
through the door.
there is a car on the opposite side. You
No,
can
thank
see the
you.
door to it.
I'm gonna start pulling Nyne back away from the door. Never mind. I've changed my mind. We've seen the door.
There's no other door. There's fog on the other side.
Oh, good God. The other.
As you start to... As you all open the door, you see the fog, and it causes you to hesitate. And you all are sitting there talking with each other as the door is still open. As some of you are saying, no, we can't go through the fog, others saying we have to go ahead. The fog in between the two cars doesn't dissipate, but it opens a little bit. So there is a central pathway that is entirely clear from fog.
See, that cat just walked through and they opened up the fog. We good to go. See, cats can walk through. Look at me. Boom, we're good.
All right. Karina will lead the way through the door.
Karina
Got you.
steps
Don't
through.
worry about it.
Steps up to the other door. Shunk. Slides it open. And steps inside. The rest of you?
Well, Hawthorne's gonna go back for Brawk, and pretty much have Brawk in, like, arm around him, kind of leading him the way, because we're trying not to separate.
Oh, thank you.
Gloria and Nyne, are the two of you still heading or hanging out near the door?
I'm holding Nyne's arm, so if you walk in, I will follow you. I'm a little bit concerned about the fog.
Well, with Karina heading in first, as Karina opens the door to the opposite car and starts to walk in, the fog that had parted slowly starts to creep back closed. It isn't yet, but you can see it moving.
We need to go or we need to stay? Are we going? We shouldn't separate the party. Okay,
go.
I guess
Everyone
we're going.
We're going? All right, here we go.
Okay, yeah, don't fall behind.
We scurry through before the fog gets there.
The last one of you passes.
I flap my wings a little bit to try to, like, get the fog to stay back. I'm like, absolutely not. 0 out of 10.
And as the last one of you makes... Who would be the last one into the sleeping car? Hawthorne. You're the last one, making sure everyone else gets through. You step into the sleeping car and you look back. And as you look back, the fog nearly slams back together. You can still see the door to the dining car. But the moment you were past it, the fog filled the empty space once again. Now you all find yourselves inside a different car. One sec. The car that you now find yourselves inside feels nearly endless. I talked about how you noticed how the luggage car seemed longer than it looked on the outside. The dining car seemed wider. This one doesn't even feel like a car. You step in here, and it seems to go left, right, and forward endlessly. And all that fills this space is bunk beds. Bunk bed style sleeping setups that have little curtains that are drawn in front of them. But there are rows and rows and rows and rows of these beds. Way off in the distance in front of you, you see the faintest little nightlight and just the tiniest shape of a train car door. So far away.
I think as Karina has entered here first, she's going to start making her way slowly towards the nightlight.
As you're doing that...
Not...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Looking around. Not looking around, just like looking just straight ahead towards the light.
As Karina is doing that, could I please get from Nyne, Brawk, and Ira. Karina, I also need you to do this, but you're going to do this with a +2. Could all of you make me spirit rolls, please? Those who I just named. Karina with a +2.
Seven.
We're gonna spend a Benny because I rolled a 2.
5.
Nyne spending a Benny to re-roll. Getting a 4 this time, so 5, 7, and 4. and 7 over here for Ira. Noted.
Oh, also,
Yes.
is there any adverse effects for Karina not sleeping all last night?
Oh, then you will be fatigued, and so that is a status condition, which will give you a -1 to your rolls.
Okay, I'll put that on there.
But you still would have gotten a 5, even with that.
Yeah.
Nyne, Brawk. Those beds look comfy. Not gonna lie. They look comfortable. You're not exhausted or anything, but you do feel a little relaxed. And so the idea of sleeping, even though you know you shouldn't, and you won't, you know you won't, they do just look comfy.
Wow.
Anyone else doing anything as Karina is starting to, like a moth towards a flame, walk? Yeah, Gloria.
I don't want to be creepy. I'm not a peeping Gloria. But do I notice anybody else in the sleeping car? I'm not pulling open any curtains. I'm not, like, encroaching on people, but do I notice anybody else?
Make me a notice check. And as you do, I have a question. In your goal, in your aim to see if you can find someone else who's sleeping in here, how far would you wander? How many rows away? How many feet from the door? How far would you be willing to walk to find someone?
Nyne, do you think it's worth trying to find people on the train that aren't us?
Huh? Oh, well, Nyne looks at the bed.
Will you walk around with me? I don't want to get too far, but like let's not go crazy. Just not like pulling open any curtains. Just like see if we see anybody.
I will do whatever you want me to do at this point in my life right now, okay? Whatever you want.
Thank you. I'll be honest, I'm a little freaked out. It's a little bit scary, and I'm glad you're with me.
Oh,
All
that,
right.
that means a lot from you. It really does.
I really appreciate it. So I'm gonna loop my arm a little tighter, and then I will wander with Nyne a little further than I might have, which was stay completely still before. So now I will wander a little bit around, and I'm gonna make a notice check.
And so as you were making that notice check, how far did you say you were willing to wander with Nyne?
I don't want to let the others out of my sight.
Got it.
I will
Noted.
go as
Totally
far as I
cool.
can with them still in sight.
100%.
Because this seems like a very sprawling car.
Yeah.
So as long as I can eyes on everybody, we are wandering around.
It is, you know, it would be very easy to lose sight of each other in this place. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
10. I had an
10.
explosion.
Yeah, that is a success with a raise. You with Nyne next to you weave through and navigate just about like 3 rows over. You can still see Karina's the hardest to spot as she was kind of moving off, but you can still see Hawthorne and Brawk and Ira. And you do see a shape asleep in one of the beds where actually, I take that back. All of the beds, like I said, they have these curtains in front of them, drawn closed so people can sleep peacefully without someone walking by and staring at them. But you notice out of a few of these beds, from between and underneath the curtains, there is this shadowy, not liquid, but almost like smoke that is pouring out of a few of them.
Nyne.
Huh?
Do you see that?
Yeah?
We
That's-
should not sleep. We should, like, not sleep in here.
I hadn't planned on sleeping at all. No, it just,
Me either, but
Nyne
Okay.
keeps looking at one of the beds. It's like I don't plan on sleeping or anything like that at all.
Can I like pull a piece of paper out of my bag, roll it up, and like poke the fog, like bending down a little? No, not with my hand. Just the little thing. Just like.
And it's smoke, not fog. I'm using a very distinct word here.
Oh, sorry,
So
the
no.
smoke.
I'm just distinguishing between other fog and this. I mean, when you like roll up a piece of paper and poke at the smoky stuff, it clings temporarily to the rolled up paper and then just kind of evaporates off of it.
I hate that. Gases should not cling like this to the paper. Nyne, there's something weird happening. Some influences of magic are happening.
Okay.
Nyne,
So
could you make me a notice check as Gloria
Yeah, sure.
is experimenting and observing this?
And during all of this, Brawk just looks at Hawthorne, looks down at the floor, looks at Hawthorne again, and sits.
No! Do I see it?
Well, no, Hawthorne walks in and immediately looks at everyone and is like, okay, we really need to link arms. And then he looks up and everyone has just started running off. And here he has Ira and he's like, Ira, we need to stick together. And then he looks over at Brawk and he's
I'm not going anywhere.
Sitting.
No, I'm not going. I'm not. And he crosses his arms. I'm not going anywhere.
I can stay here with Brawk if you need to go find the others.
I am not going to find anybody. We need to stick together. Karina!
This place
Because I
is
can see
enormous.
Karina walking off.
But this place doesn't make sense, right? That's not just me. Can you?
No, this is really weird.
And all of you can still feel the train. You can still hear the movement of the train, but you can't possibly be inside the train right now. This thing is like, to use a modern comparison, aircraft hangar in size. So as Brawk is sitting down, Hawthorne is there, Ira is there. Nyne, what did you get on your notice check?
got a 5.
So before Gloria talked to you about the gases, and just as she was poking at the stuff, you could hear from inside the bunk where this smoke-like stuff was coming from. Just the soft moans and murmurs of restless and unpleasant sleep from someone inside.
Nyne's gonna, after Gloria kind of explains with the paper about the smoke and whatnot, Nyne's gonna grab her hand and is like, there's someone in there, and they are not having a good night's sleep right now. I know those sounds. Something's wrong.
Like, you think they're having like an adverse health reaction or something?
No, those. It's more like night terrors.
Oof.
So, I know a little thing about those. So, I just, yeah, no, this is wrong. We're supposed to be on a train car. Why is it so big in here?
That is something I have no idea. To be honest, it should not be this big. I am trying not to think about it because it seems like all the train cards are wrong. And so I think that there must be some sort of spatial manipulation on this train. And it's obviously somebody pretty strong doing that. But Nyne, should we wake somebody if they're having night terrors?
To be honest, no. I'm still stuck on how do you manipulate space? Like, I don't understand that word. But it's more of a, no, you shouldn't wake someone like that. You kind of have to let them get out of it themselves, because if you wake someone up from night terrors, they kind of get real violent. And anything can happen, and you don't know what they're fighting inside their brains. So it's a 50-50 shot of either good or bad, and knowing our luck, we'd probably end up getting something bad.
Okay. Well, if we shouldn't wake the person with the night terror, I would be open to trying to theorize why this space is bigger. I think it poses some major entropy problems, but to be honest, like, I don't really know.
As you are having this conversation, we cut really quick over to Karina. Karina, you can hear the distant conversation of your friends. And it just keeps sounding like it's getting more and more distant. And that light, it feels like it has been getting bigger because you've been approaching it, but how long have you been walking now? You start to lose your sense of time and space just walking towards it endlessly. How long are you willing to keep walking towards it?
Karina's freaked out. And she knows that Hawthorne would not leave Brawk behind, and she knows that Gloria and Nyne are together, so they are not alone. But she doesn't like the dark, and she sees the light, and she just wants out of here. So she's going to keep walking towards that light. She just wants to be in that light right now.
Brawk and Hawthorne, the two of you sitting there, are the ones most easily able to see the shape of Karina just getting smaller and smaller and smaller, walking away. Do you do anything as you see that, or do you simply let her go?
Well, I screamed at her, but I don't think she's hearing me. And so
the distant shout of your name in Hawthorne's voice. Distant. Like half a mile away, sounds like. But you can hear it. Do you stop?
She will look over her shoulder, just briefly. And then probably still walk. She just wants to get to that door right now.
Okay.
He just keeps shouting after her, kind of going, Karina, what the hell are you doing? And then starts instantly screaming towards Gloria and Nyne, asking where the hell they are, because I got Ira here hanging out with Brawk. I'm like, everybody is off the rails.
Gloria and Nyne, you hear these shouts from Hawthorne quite easily. You only, are about 100, 200 feet away.
Dreaming about something now? Did she walk off on her own now?
Karina? Should we, follow her? Or should we go back to the group and just let her be by herself? I guess we as a group could try to follow her. Let's go back to the others, maybe. What do you think?
Swear to God, this thing is going to be the death of me. Okay, look, we're just going to go to get the rest of the group and then go get the wayward child, because she just walks off on her own all the fucking time.
Okay, whatever you say.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right, yeah. Not Hawthorne. What are you yelling for?
You guys, Karina went off on her own. I came in here and then I looked up and everybody was gone. I don't know what's going on, but thank God you guys are here. We need to go after her. I was screaming after her. It didn't matter.
I'm not sure we should scream. Nyne and I found somebody that was in a night terror.
I don't care about anybody sleeping in this car right now. We need to get our group together. We've lost Karina. Who knows what's going to happen to her? She hasn't slept in like a day.
Okay.
What the fuck that got to do with me and us? She should have fucking slept like the rest of us. But let's go
Hawthorne
get
will
her.
stand up and start walking towards Karina because he's just annoyed.
Ooh, and Brawk skitters up from in a seated position. Come on, guys, we
Ira, I think we should follow her.
Right. Yeah, why not? No reason to be in here if we're not sleeping.
Why was no one sleeping when they should have been sleeping?
I slept.
Fuck.
I slept fine, personally. I don't know about
Good for
you.
Slept good.
I think.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, good.
I was just going to say the five of you, Gloria, Brawk, Hawthorne, Ira, and Nyne, begin heading the way that Karina was heading. Are the five of you walking, running, moving quietly? What are you doing?
If we can somewhat kind of pick up the pace and kind of be quiet, not to wake anybody up, because I don't know if they're fully asleep, but you know, anything can hop about these bunk beds, and I don't want to do anything with that. I don't want to deal with that. Our main goal is to get Karina and get to the next car. That's all I want to do. Okay?
Hawthorne's speed walking.
How tall is the car?
12 feet?
Okay.
Actually, no, it's about 20 feet. It's about 20 feet, and there are, like, these tarnished chandeliers that you can see that are giving off just the faintest ghostly light in here that allows you to see as far as you can. As the five of you begin to power walk or hustle that direction, Karina, without almost any warning, the door and light that seemed so far away are right there. Just 50 feet in front of you. And you can see that there is a figure seated in a folding metal chair that is, a cheap folding metal chair placed right next to the door, and is dressed in a short sleeve shirt, has some fairly bulging arm muscles. Arms are crossed, suspenders, and its head, the figure's head is tucked down in sleep, just chin against the chest.
He's a person, right? He's not a shade.
No, doesn't look like a shade. Looks like a physical person. Half-elf, based off of the slightly pointed ears, but relatively human-looking.
Karina is going to very slowly place a hand on his shoulder and try to shake him awake.
As you get close enough to do that, you also do notice a sign on the door right here that reads, "Performance in progress. Please speak to attendants for admission."
Assuming this is the attendant, she's going to shake his shoulder.
As you reach out to shake his shoulder, could you make me a notice check? Holy
22.
Jesus! Yeah, you kind of do. That is a 4 times raise. Damn, triple explosion there. God love Savage Worlds. You go to reach, and as you're reaching to shake this individual's shoulder as he snores softly, you note that
it looked just like folded skin on his neck from, being tucked, having his chin tucked over in sleep in the chair. But you notice something on his neck that is too deep of a gash mark. And that looks like either a healed or that looks like his throat was cut at some point.
She's
But
still, gonna
still
try to
just-
shake the shoulder.
Okay. And you shake the shoulder, and the head falls into the lap of the attendant and onto the ground right in front of your feet, and it rolls face up towards you, and the eyes snap open. And that is where we will pick up next time.
Jesus.
So we will open next time with a fear
We haven't seen
save
it.
from Karina for this, but that is where we
didn't
will
see
pick up. No, you did not see it.
Oh my god.
That is where we will pick up next time. What a wonderful place for a cliffhanger ending. Thank you all so much. First of all, everyone in the chat for being here, everyone for telling this story, and extra special happy birthday and thank you to Anna Margaret for taking the time to join us for the story, even though you were celebrating your birthday, and hopefully we'll still go continue the celebrations. So I want to, first of all of you in the stream, don't go anywhere so that we can raid someone afterwards, but I want to give everyone the opportunity to shout themselves out, where you can find them, and all of that. So let's start with Anna Margaret.
Hello. You can find me everywhere online at It's Anna Margaret. Thanks for having me. It was so much fun to hang out with y'all. I will... Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I got back yesterday from MagicCon. If you want to see the cosplay contest from MagicCon that I hosted, it's available online now. My next event is in March. I'll be at the Universes Regional in Denver. Finally a Colorado con. And I'll see you then.
Heck yeah. Lauren.
Hi. I'm here. I do some game stuff, and I do some TTRPG stuff. 1,000 Faces and 95% Lauren, if you like to get cheeky. Other than that, I'm just trying to stay hydrated and spending a lot of time on the floor. Floor time's good for me right now, so don't forget to take care of yourself. Okay, thanks, bye.
Sally.
Me. Hi, you guys. It's Sally. We are going to be doing some body paints. We do it a lot all over the week. So we're doing a no face tomorrow and then a caterpillar on Sunday. So that's going to be super weird. So you can find me at SallyQuinnCreations everywhere and Mystic Quinster as well. Go have fun. Take care of yourselves. Thanks, Ethan.
Thank you. Matty.
Hello. In just over a week, I'm going to be at Emerald City with Ethan and Lauren at the Humanoid Games booth, representing some cool people there for a little bit, I think. And come find us if you're going. It should be fun. Other than that, I've got 3 or 4 other cons, but they're all Canadian. I don't know if we have anybody Canadian in the chat, but yeah, that is all I'm doing. Making cool shit, hanging out with cool people, and playing lots of games.
And Mav.
Hey everybody, it's very black out here on the internet.
Happy Black History Month. Still,
Happy Black History
no matter
Month.
what they say.
Yes, of course. You can't erase this.
Mm-mm.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
love that.
Mm-hmm.
So, hi, you can find me here on DigitalClubhouseTV. I'm a variety streamer, so I play a lot of cool little games and whatnot. Right now, tomorrow night, actually at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be playing, continuing tape 1 of Lost Records, Blood and Rage, Bloom and Rage. Okay, it's a wonderful game. If you've ever played any of the Life is Strange games, it is done by the original creators of Life is Strange. It's great. It's in the 90s and it's wonderful. On Saturday, I'll be playing something random. I don't know yet, but Next Fest is happening right now on Steam. So please go check Steam out for some really, really cool demos. Then we might do a demo day that day. And you can find me back here again on Saturday for
Wild Beyond.
Wild Beyond.
Correct.
I'm a bunny rabbit there.
You got
Then
that.
Sunday, I'll be playing some more Fortnite probably, or Ready or Not. Depends on how things go. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing with us.
Bridging off of that, like Mav said, we will be back on Saturday for another episode of The Wild Beyond. You can always listen. I put the link just now in there, but you can always listen to past episodes on Go Buff Yourself. If you want to follow more of my TTRPG stuff and all of that, I am the Buff DM in a number of places. I think, oh yes, and like Matty said, Lauren and I will be at Emerald City Comic-Con in just under 2 weeks with Humanoid Games. We'll be bringing some Borderlands cosplays. I'll be running some Identico one-shots, so hope to see you all there. Let's go ahead and start a raid. And while that's going, thank you all again for being here. It's tough times for a lot of people, for a lot of reasons. Don't forget to be good to yourselves. Don't forget to take time when you need it to recharge, but also don't forget to fight for those who need it, especially if you look like this. Fight for those who don't. Take advantage of that white, bald, bearded male privilege. Take advantage of passing for MAGA and let people know what's really up. Fight for each other. Be there for each other. I love you all. And until we see you on Saturday, go buff yourself, friends. Let's get that final flex here. Yeah, let's get that raid going. I love you all. Drink some water. And we are out.